Hey, welcome back. In this video, we'll go over how to compute capital structure weights in Chapter 9, Weighted Average Cost of Capital. There's no mini exercise in this video, and let's get into it. So in the previous video, we left off computing components of weighted average cost of capital. We found the costs, the discount rate on a firm's bonds, a bond's yield to maturity, right? And then the discount rate on a firm's common stock, which we found using the CAPM. And then in this chapter, our focus is on the weights, right? What is the percentage of the firm financed with bonds, and what is the percentage of the firm financed with common stock? So let's pick up where we left off, page 15, finding the capital structure weights. We want to use market value if we can, but for bonds, that's kind of tricky. So there's an illustrative example on the next slide that you can take a look at on your own. You should be able to do it. The solution is down in the notes section of the PowerPoint. But let's do it for a real firm, because in the next video, we're going to compute cost of capital front to back for an actual publicly traded firm. And so let's look at that firm. Without further ado, we'll go to Yahoo Finance. And that firm is Briggs & Stratton. So they're a Milwaukee-based firm, Milwaukee area. They make small gasoline-powered engines for things like lawnmowers and snow throwers and weed whackers, maybe even go-karts. Guess the ticker, Briggs & Stratton. The ticker is BGG. Yeah, it's not the same online. Guess the ticker. Still good, though. So we need to find the capital structure weights for Briggs & Stratton. And so the weight in debt is the percentage of the firm financed with debt, right? So MVB, this is the market value of the firm's bonds, the market value of debt. And then the market value of the common stock is the market value, is the firm's market cap. Remember, the price per share of stock times the number of shares outstanding. So let's do market value of common stock first, because it's pretty easy to find for a real firm. So one share of Briggs & Stratton is $2.26.5 right now. And we could find out how many shares of stock there are under statistics, and then take the price times the number of shares to get the market value of common stock. And that's actually the same thing as the firm's market cap, which is listed here, $96.4 million. So why don't we round to the nearest million for simplicity's sake, but we can say the firm's market cap is $96 million. So that'll be MVCS, right? We need MVCS and MVB to find the weights in stock and bonds to compute the discount rate, the weighted average cost of capital. MVCS equals 96. We'll use that in millions. Great. And then the market value of bonds, it can be a little harder to find the market value of bonds, but you could look on Net Advantage for the market value of Briggs & Stratton's bonds. But it's pretty common to use the book value, the historical cost, right? What did the firm raise originally in terms of proceeds for the bonds? And you can find that on the financial statements, right, in the context of an assignment question, which we have assignment 4, or the market value of debt, the market value of bonds would just be given. But here's where you would find it in real life. If we go to the financial statements and Briggs & Stratton's balance sheet, liabilities, you can see on long-term debt, Yahoo Finance financials are in thousands. So Briggs & Stratton had $195 million of long-term debt as of its most recent fiscal year end. So let's put that in on our sheet here. MVB equals 195 million. And then to find the weights, right, our weight in bonds is market value of the bonds divided by the market value of the bonds plus the market value of the common stock, right? These are the things I would write out on the board if we were meeting in person. And so that would be equal to 195, the market value of bonds, divided by the sum of the two financing sources, 195 plus 96. All right, let me find out what that is quick for you here offline. Give me a second. We're back. Thanks for waiting. I got 0.67 as the weight in bonds for Briggs & Stratton. So that means that 67% of the firm's external financing comes from bonds, right? And then let's find the weight in common stock next. That's the market value of common stock. Thanks for your patience as I write this out. Again, same denominator, market value of bonds plus the market value of common stock. So that's going to be equal to 96, right? $96 million market value of common stock. And then the denominator is going to be the same. The market value of bonds, 195 million. Market value of common stock, 96 million. And that is equal to 0.33. So 33% of the firm's external financing comes from common stock, right? So those are the capital structure weights, and we'll use those weights and put it all together in the next video to compute Briggs & Stratton's weighted average cost of capital. Thanks for tuning in. See you next video.